So the tool is that you admit defeat to your limiting beliefs. In other words, if your belief system suggests that you are unworthy, you agree with it instead of try to disagree with it. So, of course, again, this is not the truth. It's not true that you're unlovable. It's not true that you're unworthy. But by actually accepting, by actually admitting defeat to the belief that suggests I am unworthy, relaxation can kick in and transformation can begin, because you're empowering yourself. You're acknowledging that you have these beliefs. You're acknowledging that you're playing life within a certain playing field, within a certain range of dimensionality, within a certain range of perspective and vibrations. And that within that range, you can never win the game. It's like playing chess. You can't beat the game, or you can't transcend the rules by trying to beat the game by its own rules. If you're playing chess by the rules of chess, you cannot make a move that's not allowed by the rules of chess. But this is what we so often try with our belief system. So we might have a negative belief, such as, I am unworthy. This might be from our childhood. This might be a core belief. I am unworthy. I'm not good enough. I need to prove myself to other people all the time. I need to overcompensate for who I am. I need to make sure that I'm perfect in every way in order for me to be okay and lovable and given permission to exist by my daddy and my mommy and by God, by my friends and society. I need to work really hard, or I need to seek approval. So if that is the game with those parameters and rules within that frequency domain that you are consistently used to playing, you're conditioned to playing in that way, you're used to overcompensating because you believe you're unworthy on some level, you're not good enough, you're not acceptable as you are, then you are fighting the game, and you're trying to step out of the game by playing the rules of the game, by playing with the chess pieces of that game. But you can never win from a belief within its own frequency domain. So you got to first admit defeat. Just let the other person win. Let whoever you're playing chess with win. Let your circumstances win. Let all these other people that don't love you according to you, let them win. Let them not love you. So you admit to yourself that you are unlovable. You are a piece of shit. You are unworthy. You're absolutely unworthy. And see how it's actually true from that belief's point of view, which is, of course, limiting. That's why it's not the truth. It's only a tool to get to a greater truth. But see that it's relatively true from that point of view, that you are not good enough. Why? Because you cried too much as a kid, because you had too much problems, and your parents were too annoyed with you, or whatever it is. So see that, yes, from that relative point of view, from that belief, I am unworthy. I am not good enough. That's so good to know. I am totally unworthy from that point of view, and I can never win from that point of view by fighting that point of view, by trying to compensate for that point of view. So let it win. Who cares? As soon as you stop caring whether you win from your beliefs or not, you have completely won, because you can actually now step away from the game. Whereas if you're still playing, you're still playing. So stop playing within that frequency domain by actually allowing yourself to feel and acknowledge to your beliefs that they can win. Tell your beliefs, yes, you're right. You're right. I am unworthy. I am ungood enough. I am annoying. People don't like me a lot of the time. And that's okay. So as soon as you start to find this okayness with admitting defeat to your beliefs, now you're free to choose other beliefs. But if you're still trying to fight with your beliefs and compensate in your physical circumstances and in your relationships to try to prove that that belief is not true, you're still completely believing that belief. The only way to not believe in that belief is by allowing that belief to be the belief and sort of saying, like, thank you for your lessons. I no longer need you. You're absolutely right. I'm a piece of shit. But I don't care. I don't give a shit about being a piece of shit. So now I can actually breathe again. I can be aligned again. Because I admitted defeat, now I can step away from that game and enter the next frequency realm of what is possible for me in terms of beliefs and understandings and perspectives. So, like a real warrior doesn't fight. A real warrior in this sense, like a real spiritual warrior, that's kind of also my post about, my controversial post about the feminine. Like as long as we continue to fight with beliefs, we're still believing in those beliefs. And we're perpetuating what we say we don't want, what we say we're fighting against. But if you're fighting against it, you still believe it to be real. and you still reinforce that reality, and you will still continue to use the law of attraction, which is a law of the universe. You cannot escape this one. You can escape the other chess games, but not this one. And so you will continue through your negative definitions of, oh, the other oppresses me, or the other doesn't like me, or I am unworthy because they don't approve of me. Let me try even harder to be funny. You will never win in that way, and you will only continue to perpetuate, to activate the law of attraction in a way that is counterproductive to what you actually desire to be in this life. So a real warrior admits defeat and feels okay with that. In fact, they feel empowered by it. If you can admit defeat and feel empowered by that, then you're really becoming transcendent in your understanding of who you are. You really stop fighting from this ego effect based separate point of view, and you start understanding that all of life is who you are, and that nothing can harm you, and nothing can hurt you, and nothing can threaten you, because there's only one in the entirety of existence. How can one hurt itself? It can't, except if it believes it can, and then it creates the illusory experience that it does. But that is up to you as a free agent of creation. But you can also say, hey, I'm tired of fighting disbelief within its own realm, so let me just admit defeat. You can win. You've run me for the past 30 years. You have believed I'm unworthy, and you've tried to protect me from being confirmed that I'm unworthy, because I'm so afraid that this belief is true. And I'm so afraid that whenever people say that I'm unworthy, that it's actually more reinforced that I'm actually unworthy, and then really my options start to slim down significantly in life. So let me try whatever I can to squeeze in at least 2 compliments a day. You know, that's no way to live. That's all still within the realm of believing in the beliefs you don't want to believe in anymore. So the best way to do it is to just admit defeat. Sometimes there's other ways too. Just transform the belief and see that it's not true. But sometimes actually the most productive way is to see that they are true. You are unworthy and you are annoying as fuck. So when you realize that you are annoying as fuck from that point of view, from that belief's perspective, and that belief is trying everything it can, that the ego effect, the substitute servant, that's trying to take care of you on your vibrational behalf because you haven't learned how to consciously, which is what we call the ego generally. That ego effect, it's just an effect. It doesn't exist. It's just an effect. Put rain and sunshine together and you get a rainbow effect. The rainbow doesn't exist. It's an effect. Ego doesn't exist without your not taking responsibility for your vibration. It only exists as an effect of the ingredient of you not taking vibrational control of yourself while still being alive. Therefore, something else needs to effectuate itself and take care of you for you. And so the ego effect will continue to run your consciousness, your life, and the law of attraction for you, innocently so, because it's trying to keep you safe. It's trying to keep you from being proven wrong, being proven inadequate, being proven unworthy. So it's working on your behalf. But as soon as you admit defeat, you basically take back control of your true frequency. And in that sense, you're letting your substitute servant or your ego effect know that you've got this chunk of your overall subconscious you have now taken back and integrated, and it's now yours to control. And the ego effect can sort of loosen its grip a little bit on that area, that aspect of your life. This is also why people keep creating experiences in their lives that they say they don't want. And then when I talk about law of attraction, they will say, how can this be true? Because I keep attracting things I do not want. I keep attracting the opposite of what I say I want. It's because you haven't taken full vibrational control yet, and you're still playing within the realm of compensating for limiting beliefs that you haven't investigated fully or uprooted yet. So, how to investigate limiting beliefs and uproot them.